Dear children, now let us discuss the next level of training, that is circuit training. Circuit training method was designed by Adamson and Morgan of Leeds University in 1957. A scientific arrangement of exercises performed systematically and repeatedly as circuit. Circuit training consists of various types of exercises. Circuit training is the training method in which certain exercises of various kinds are performed with or without apparatus with given doses. The circuit training's main object is to develop endurance and strength simultaneously. Flexibility and mobility are also considered its objectives. Circuit training consists of 6 to 10 strength exercises, which are completed one exercise after another. Each exercise is performed for a specified number of repetitions or for a set time before moving on to the next exercise. The exercises within each circuit are separated by a short rest period, and each circuit is separated by a longer rest period. The total number of circuits performed during a training session depends on training level of sports persons. If they are beginners, the number of circuits may be 1 or 2. On the other hand, if they are advanced, the number may be increased to 6. Here, circuit training. Here, running on the spot, rope climbing, rope skipping, carrying the partner on back, dipping, lunging, bench press, hop squat, chin-ups, standing ups, medicine ball throw, sit-ups. So this is circuit training along with stations. Now, procedure of conducting circuit training. A proper planning is essential for conducting the circuit training smoothly. So 2 to 3 circuits of 6 to 10 exercises should be marked on a paper. Keeping the objectives of training in mind, it should be kept in mind that the muscles involved in first exercise should not be involved in the next exercise. It means that in each circuit, we should try to ensure that no 2 consecutive exercises in the same muscle group. Example, press-ups should not be followed by pull-ups. The following examples of exercises can be used in circuit training: upper body, bench dips, press-ups, pull-ups, medicine ball, chest pass, incline press-ups, core and trunk, sit-ups, stomach crunch, upper abdominals, back extension, chest rise, lower body, squat jumps, compass jumps, steps ups, shuttle runs, hopping shuttles, bench squat, total body, treadmills, squat thrust, skipping. Examples for circuit training session: 6 exercises, treadmills, press-ups, squat jumps, sit-ups, squat thrust, bench dips. 8 exercises, treadmills, press-ups, squat jumps, sit-ups, squat thrust, bench dips, shuttle runs, medicine ball, chest pass. How to increase the load in circuit training? Following points are important to increase the load in circuit training. Number of repetitions can be increased per exercises. Frequency can be increased. Additional load can be increased. Interval between exercises can be reduced. Number of rounds in circle can be increased. Advantages of circuit training. Circuit training can be performed indoors or outdoors. In rainy season, this training can be done in rooms. The equipments for exercises can be provided easily. It is easy to learn. A trainee can learn to train himself. The trainee gains good result in a short period. It is an interesting method of training. It does not require long duration to perform exercises. A number of athletes can do circuit training according to the stations at the same time. The coach can easily watch and supervise the training. Amount of training can be increased or decreased according to the ability of trainees. All body parts can be exercised. It is appropriate form of training for most sports and games. It can be adjusted according to the age, fitness and health of the sports person. There is a wide range of exercises to select from which will maintain the sports person's enthusiasm. Disadvantages: generally, it can only be conducted where appropriate equipment facilities are available. Many exercises require specialized equipment such as gym equipments, and it becomes difficult job to make them available. The exercises and equipments usually require a lot of space for their setup. It is time consuming to set up. Only limited number of players, sports persons can perform exercise because it depends on the number of stations in circuit training. For example, if there are 10 stations, then only 10 players can do exercise. So now, let us start the next level of training, weight training. Weight training is defined as those exercises that are designed to strengthen specific muscles by causing them to overcome a fixed resistance, usually in the form of barbells or dumbbells. In fact, weight training refers to the exercises phase of the activity where weight in the form of barbells and dumbbells are used to condition and alter the sizes of various segments of the body. This is undoubtedly the most popular phase. Here, the underdeveloped individuals strives for average or about average size in terms of muscular bulk and body weight and size. The athlete strives for increase in strength and condition to become a better performer in chosen sports. Weight training method is used to develop physical fitness. Germany probably was the first nation to use systematic weight training in the preparation for the track and field athletes at the 1936 Olympic Games. Since then, the use of weight training throughout the world has become the rule rather than exception. Weight training means bodily movements similar to those in calisthenics. These movements are made progressively hard by increasing the resistance in the form of graduated weight against which specific muscle groups have to be exercised. According to Logan, through the judicious use of weight training, we can effectively improve strength, local muscular endurance, and power, which are vital for athletes. In fact, weight training is one of the most common methods for developing strength and size of skeletal muscles. It used the force of gravity to oppose the force generated by muscle through concentric or eccentric contraction. In weight training, there is a variety of specialized equipments such as barbells, dumbbells, pulleys and stakes in the form of weight machines. The various exercises of weight training can be included in the program or scheduled according to the demands of requirements of sportsperson. Generally, the following exercises are included in the training schedule: squat, leg press, leg curl, bench press, shoulder press, longing, crunch, leg extension, pull down, pull up, military press, curl, calf raise, half squat, bent arm pull over, deadlift. So here shoulder press, curl, calf raise, half squat. This is deadlift, bench press, bent arm pull over, wrist curl. Weight training involves A manipulation of the number of repetitions, sets, tempo, exercise type, or weight moved to cause desired increase in strain, endurance, and size. The specific combinations of repetitions, sets, exercises, weights depend on the aims of the sports person performing the exercise. The load can be increased by making the weight heavier and the rest periods can be reduced. In order to increase the strain, the stress should be laid down on a heavy load with few repetitions. To increase the endurance, a light weight should be used with more number of repetitions. Guidelines for performing weight training safely. Make a proper plan to achieve the desired goals. Warm up at least for 5 minutes before beginning of the training session and cool down after the session. Begin the training slowly with light weights. Lay stress on performing skillful events rather than lifting heavy weights. Do not use bouncing movements. Take your position properly while performing weight training. For example, when standing and performing exercises, don't bend at the waist. Bend your knees a little and spread your feet shoulder width apart. Advantages: weight training is an extraordinary training. This is full of magic because it can be all things to all people by using appropriate schedules and sometimes appropriate diet. Fat people can become trim and slim. People can put on weight if so desired. The weak can become strong and the strong can become stronger. The slower can become speedier and the ponderous can become more dynamic. Weight training has a major advantage over other means of fitness. It takes less time except for throwers and competitive weightlifters who need longer sessions. Optimum gains can be made by spending just 1 hour 3 times a week in the weight training gymnasium. It is easily adaptable to a number of sports and games. The whole body can be strengthened with the help of this training. Disadvantages: safety is the main disadvantage of this training because it is a fact that weight training should not be done alone. There should be spotters. The worst thing may happen during the last repetition. There is always a possibility of becoming trapped under the barbell if you are unable to do a repetition due to amount of weight on the barbell. It can be tedious. Chances of getting injury are more especially while performing exercises with heavy weights. So children, so many things we have already discussed. Please go through the lessons. Chapter 2. Training methods. We have already discussed meaning and importance of sports training. Methods of training. Advantages and disadvantages of training. Fartlek training method. Advantages and disadvantages. Interval training method. Advantages and disadvantages. Warming up, conditioning and cooling or limbering exercises. Meaning of warming up. Types of warming up. Methods of warming up. Then advantages of warming up. Methods of conditioning. Advantages of conditioning. Meaning of cooling down or limbering down. Major stretching exercises of muscles for cooling down. Advantages of cooling or limbering down. Isometric and isotonic exercises. Meaning of isotonic exercises. Types of isotonic exercises. eccentric exercises, advantages, circuit training, advantages of circuit training, disadvantages of circuit training, then weight training, guidelines for performing weight trainings safely, advantages and disadvantages. Please go through this chapter. Then next period I will give some questions for the 2 lessons. It will be beneficial for you. So thank you very much.